Have you ever felt confused seeing your blood pressure reading higher than usual, and not knowing whether it's time to call your doctor? Today, we'll follow the story of Edward, a man whose seemingly normal morning raised a quiet but important question so many people share. How high is too high, and when is it no longer safe to wait? Hello, doctor. My name is Edward. I'm 72 years old, and I live in Colorado with my wife. Every morning, I have a routine. I sit on the porch, drink a hot cup of coffee, and check my blood pressure with an electronic monitor. The kids bought it for me last year after I got dizzy while working in the garden. Usually, my blood pressure is quite stable, around 130/80. On days when it's a bit higher, I just go for a light walk and drink more water. But yesterday morning, everything was different. I didn't feel dizzy or tired, but the numbers suddenly shot up to 168/102. I thought maybe the machine was wrong, so I measured it again. But the result was the same. On the third try, I switched arms, still not much difference. My wife was worried and wanted to take me to the ER right away. I tried to calm her down, saying, "It'll probably go down soon," but I couldn't shake the feeling of unease. I just sat there, staring at the blood pressure monitor like I was searching for an answer. I know some people would call the doctor the moment they see a high reading. Others might wait to see if it goes down. As for me, I honestly don't know what counts as too high anymore. Is 160 still normal when you're older? Or is it a warning sign that needs immediate attention? Doctor, I want to ask you sincerely, at what point is blood...
Hello, Mr. Edward, and thank you for sharing your story so sincerely. I believe many people watching this video have experienced a morning like yours, when the blood pressure reading suddenly spikes for no apparent reason, and you're left unsure of what to do next. The truth is, blood pressure isn't always perfectly stable. It can fluctuate throughout the day depending on the time, your emotions, and what you've eaten or done beforehand. A sudden spike in blood pressure doesn't always mean there's a serious health issue, but it should never be ignored either. Some reasons why blood pressure suddenly increases: strong emotions or anxiety, a sleepless night, a small argument, or even just the nervous anticipation of checking your blood pressure can cause the numbers to jump. Many people experience what's known as white coat syndrome, a rise in blood pressure caused by anxiety during health checkups. Coffee or salty foods, a strong cup of coffee or a salty breakfast like a ham sandwich or instant noodles can temporarily raise blood pressure for several hours. That's because the body retains more fluid, which increases pressure within the blood vessels. Physical activity or muscle tension beforehand. If you've just been gardening, climbed stairs, or carried something heavy, your blood pressure will naturally go up. That's because your body needs to pump more blood to support the activity. Time of measurement. Morning is often when blood pressure peaks, especially between 6 and 9 a.m. That's due to the body releasing stimulating hormones to help you get ready for the day. Posture and measurement technique. Taking your blood pressure while sitting in the wrong position, talking during the measurement, or using an arm that's not relaxed can all throw off the reading, sometimes by quite a few points. But what is remarkable, not every spike in blood pressure is dangerous, but if the readings stay high over time or come with symptoms like headaches, dizziness, shortness of breath, or chest pain, then it's no longer something we can consider normal. What truly matters is being able to tell the difference between a temporary rise in blood pressure and one that carries real risks of complications. To do that, we need to ask a few key questions. How high did the blood pressure go? Were there any symptoms along with it? And how long has this been happening? Let's return to Mr. Edwards' question and to a concern shared by so many others. What happens if your blood pressure spikes like that and you don't take action? This is something that deserves real attention, because high blood pressure isn't just a number on a machine. It's a silent warning of potential damage happening inside the body, especially to the heart, brain, and kidneys. So, how high is too high? If your blood pressure reaches 180/120 mm or higher, and you experience symptoms like severe headache, dizziness or blurred vision, chest pain or difficulty breathing, numbness or weakness on one side of the body, a sense of restlessness, anxiety, or nausea, then this is no longer a routine blood pressure fluctuation. It could be a hypertensive crisis, a medical emergency that requires immediate attention. Without quick intervention, it can lead to life-threatening complications. Possible consequences of delayed action. Stroke. When blood pressure suddenly spikes, the blood vessels in the brain can rupture or become blocked, leading to either a brain hemorrhage or ischemic stroke. This is one of the most dangerous complications because it can happen within just a few minutes. Heart attack. High pressure forces the heart to work harder than usual. If there are existing plaques in the arteries, elevated blood pressure can cause those plaques to rupture, blocking blood flow to the heart and triggering a heart attack. Heart failure. Chronic high blood pressure makes the heart pump harder constantly, leading to thickened heart muscles that eventually weaken. At this stage, even light activity can cause fatigue, shortness of breath, leg swelling, or trouble sleeping. Kidney damage. The kidneys are especially sensitive to blood pressure. If hypertension goes uncontrolled for too long, it can impair the kidney's ability to filter waste, causing fluid retention, which in turn raises blood pressure further, creating a dangerous cycle. Vision loss. Elevated pressure in the tiny blood vessels behind the eyes can lead to retinal bleeding, blurred vision, or even permanent blindness. But what's even more frightening is that many people feel nothing at all. Your blood pressure can climb to 180/100 without a single symptom. That's why it's often called the silent killer. And this is the danger. If we wait until symptoms appear to take action, it might already be too late. Some complications happen in an instant, with no warning and no time to react. In the next section, I'll walk you through when should you call a doctor to come to your home, and how to tell the difference between an emergency and a situation that can be monitored at home. Now that we understand why afternoon naps can affect blood pressure and the potential risks if things aren't adjusted early, the good news is we can absolutely make naps a healthy part of daily life. Below are some expert-recommended strategies from cardiologists and sleep specialists, simple practical steps you can easily try right at home. Studies have shown that naps under 30 minutes are considered power naps, just enough to help the body recharge without slipping into deep sleep. When you wake up from a shorter nap like that, you're less likely to feel groggy or sluggish, and your blood pressure doesn't spike the way it might after waking from deeper sleep. So, Mr. George, if you've been napping for 45 to 60 minutes, try setting a timer for 25 minutes from the time you lie down. It may take your body about 3 to 5 days to adjust to this new rhythm, but most older adults find that they feel more refreshed and more stable after making this small change. The ideal time for an afternoon nap is about 1 to 2 hours after lunch, roughly between 12:30 and 2 o'clock p.m. Napping too soon after eating can slow down digestion, while napping too late after 3 o'clock p.m. can make it harder to fall asleep at night. As we age, our internal body clock naturally shifts. So adjusting your nap time to this midday window can help reset your natural rhythm and support more stable blood pressure throughout the day. A good nap isn't just about when you sleep, it's also about how you set up your environment. Lying on your back with your head slightly elevated can help improve circulation and reduce pressure on the heart. Avoid curling up or lying on your arm, as that can restrict blood flow and leave you feeling stiff or numb when you wake up. This mild discomfort can trigger a slight rise in blood pressure as the body reacts. Ideally, nap in a quiet, cool room with soft, natural light. Avoid total darkness like nighttime sleep. This helps signal to your brain that it's just a short rest, not bedtime. One small habit that can have a big impact on blood pressure is the way you wake up. For older adults, getting up too quickly after a nap can lead to lightheadedness, dizziness, or a sudden spike in blood pressure because the body hasn't had time to adjust. Try this instead. After opening your eyes, stay lying down for another 1 to 2 minutes and gently stretch. Then slowly sit up on the edge of the bed. Take 3 to 5 deep, slow breaths before standing. This gradual process helps your sympathetic nervous system ease back into action without shocking the body, allowing your blood pressure to stay more stable after a nap. If Mr. George already has a home blood pressure monitor, that's fantastic. Tracking your blood pressure before and after your afternoon nap for several days in a row can help reveal a true pattern rather than relying on a one-time reading or how you feel in the moment. If your numbers start to level out after trying these tips, that's a great sign. But if your blood pressure remains high or comes with symptoms like fatigue or dizziness, it's a good idea to write down the readings and share them with a cardiologist. In short, you don't have to give up your afternoon nap. Just adjust how you nap. If you've made it this far, I trust that those blood pressure numbers on the screen no longer feel so confusing. Let's remember these 3 key thresholds. Below 140/90, still within a safe range. Keep up your good habits. From 160/100 and above, monitor closely and keep a consistent log. Over 180/120, or high readings with symptoms, call a doctor right away. Don't wait. And here are 2 simple actions you can start today. Create your own blood pressure journal. Just a small notebook or a notes app on your phone. Record your readings, time, and how you felt during each check. Save your doctor's phone number or a home visit service in your contacts, so when something happens, you won't be scrambling while worried. Because taking care of your blood pressure isn't just about numbers. It's about protecting the quiet rhythm of your heart every single day. Thank you, Mr. Edward, and thank you to each of you for staying with us until the very last moment of today's video. If you've ever asked yourself, should I call a doctor when my blood pressure spikes? Or if you've ever just sat there staring at the monitor with that slightly puzzled look, just like Mr. Edward, please know you're not alone. We'd love for you to share your story in the comments below. Have you ever faced a moment like that? Do you have any small tips that help you feel more at ease when checking your blood pressure? We read every comment, and sometimes we reply even faster than that moment when you stand up too fast and forget you were sitting too long. And if today's video gave you peace of mind or helpful insights, we warmly invite you to subscribe so you won't miss the next one. Every week, we bring you calm, easy to understand, and meaningful guidance to help you care for your heart, your mind, and your overall quality of life. Wishing you a peaceful afternoon and a wonderfully steady blood pressure. See you in the next video.